Hey guys, welcome back to Making Everyday Magic. My name is Shanna. If you are new here, we are a homeschooling family of 4. We have a 9-year-old 4th grader and a 5-year-old kindergartner. And right now we are at the halfway mark in our school year. I have been consistently telling you that I was going to show you what I did to prep for homeschool. So that is going to be this video because I have done absolutely no prep for the spring semester. So I feel like you should know what I do, and don't come at me because it's honestly not much. Guys, before we go any further, please scroll down, hit the big red subscribe button, turn on the bell for notifications, and give this video a thumbs up. As I have mentioned offhandedly in so many videos, I do not prep a lot for a new week. I do not prep a lot for a new semester. There's just not a lot that I do, but I've done literally nothing for the spring semester because I knew that I wanted to come back here and I wanted to be able to share with you what I actually did. I hope that this is motivating to you or at least enlightening. Part of the reason you guys know I choose and prefer an open and go curriculum, part of that is because I can literally open and go. I have a lot of things going on. I've got a lot of things in my basket. I've got a business, I've got the channel here, I have another channel, mom, kids, you know, that's enough. That's plenty right there. You don't need to add anything to that for that to be a hefty list. On top of that, we homeschool. So the more that I can have done for me, the more that I don't have to put my hands on is gold to me. That I would rather spend the money to have it planned out for me than save the money and have to do the lesson planning. Like I just want to be told what to do. That also gives me a certain level of security because I'm not a teacher. I don't know what I'm doing. So without investing a massive amount of energy into learn all the things, because that is the type of person that I am, I can trust that the things that I have purchased have done it for me. Yes, and thank you. Okay, so I grabbed, because I wasn't entirely sure how to show this without showing much, because there's not much to show. So here is what we do, okay? I'm gonna walk you through. I grabbed our flows so that I can run down everything that there is to run down. I'm going to tell you all the things that I don't do anything with, and then I'm gonna circle back and show you the things that I do some stuff with, okay? So that's my plan. I hope that makes sense. You guys know we do the Mom and Me Monday. So the Mom and Me Monday does actually afford me a really good chance to, instead of having to like sit down on Sunday and figure out what we're doing for the week, because we go through it together on Monday, that really helps me do that in the school day without having to take time outside of the school day to do that. And I hope that this makes sense. If not, let me know and I'll try to further or better explain it or something. But you guys know, and I've got a video right up here about our Mom and Me Monday plan. And what we do is we basically sit down on Mondays and we do everything together that we could possibly do together. And that sets our week off on a really good front. So things I know I'm gonna circle back to: Generation Genius, History Quest. Let me see really fast. All about reading. That might be it. That might be the only things that I circle back to. But we'll see. Okay, I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna explain. Okay, so let's talk about Texas history. For Texas history, you guys know that we are using Studies Weekly. Studies Weekly comes in several bundles just like this. And this is not part of it. What I do, get ready for this, guys. It is like so in depth, okay? So if you guys have seen my cart video, this is from my cart. So what I do is I take a bundle when we get to that week or whatever, and I take them out and I put them in individually. And all that I do, so let me take out this little clump right here so you can see. All that I do for this is I keep them in order. So like we just did week 16, so I turn it around. That's it. So I put them all in like this with the spine, fold, whatever you want to call it, facing out. And then I know that I need to pull the next one. The next one is week 17, right up in the corner. And then when I've done it, I just flip it around, like page side out, and then I keep them in order. And then I know that the next one I need to do is right here. And then once we've done it, I just flip it around. So that right there was my prep for that. Is as we're doing it, I'm prepping it, and that's kind of it. So far, we've done a couple of the online games for that. I let them do as much or as little as they want to do. We read aloud. They play the games in the papers if they want to. That's it. It's just kind of information that we have. So that is how we do that. The All About Spelling program. Because I store my tiles on a big 2x3 whiteboard just shoved behind my bookcase, if we're using the tiles, I pull it out and they're already set up in the right alphabetical order. So then I open the book and I go to the next lesson and I pull out the cards that I need and we work through the lesson and I reset the tiles and put it back. We use a whiteboard because I'm using it with 2 kids. We wipe it off and I just move the cards we've done to the back of the thing. Because it's all set up, I literally just do the next thing. I have little page flags. I don't know if I have any in here. Here you go, like this. And so for all of our books, we have these. Every single one for the girls, for myself, and then I just open it up, boom. That is it. We just open to the next thing and go from there. So All About Spelling is that easy. We do the exact same thing with Spelling You See. Both girls, they have a page flag. You just open it up, do the next page. That is it. For Math You See, both girls, you have a page flag, you open it up. That means we are on chapter 15. We plug in the DVD, we watch chapter 15, we do the worksheets. There is absolutely no advanced prep for me that goes into that. Sometimes there will be, because we watch the videos together on Monday, sometimes, very rarely, there's like an extra page to either laminate or make little dots out of. There hasn't been in this lesson, but in previous lessons. And so what I will do is I will just do it right then. There's not a lot of advanced prep that goes into that, but because we're watching the videos together on Monday, then I know what I need to do. Let's see, vocabulary is super fun. Again, we just do it together. There's no advanced prep on that. So I just hand them the book, they choose their word, I go plug it into Quizlet. One of the things that we do, my daughter does the Mazdas Ruby, and sometimes there's vocabulary words. If there are, on Monday, when we're doing our read together, because we read it together on Monday, if it has the vocabulary words, right then I go to Quizlet, I find the list of words, and I put it into Quizlet so that it's available for the week. I really do a lot of this during school time. Okay, so handwriting, geography, anything like that. If there's anything that comes up, like a project or a cutout or anything like that, we just do it that day. There's not been anything that we really need to do ahead of time or prep for on that at all. And that's it. There's no more than that in most of our subjects. There's not a lot of advanced planning in that. And again, I've actively searched out the pieces that allow me to live this way. Something that I do on Mondays, we'll do History Quest. And so what I do, once we get it out, let me find my page tab, which is not actually correct because we've moved on to the next week. So what I will do for that, and I'm gonna actually click over and show you because just like Generation Genius, there is one thing at the beginning of the semester that I will go do. So I'm gonna do that in just a minute, but so we have our unit 14 here, and right under this page, it tells me that I need map 5, and I need the history travel log and the queen illustration. So I'll pop back to my appendix here. I think we already did map 5 because it got real confused in the beginning. Turns out there's not a map every week. Oh, we already have it out. Okay, so because the little illustrations, there's 2 on a page. Frequently, if I do this week, I don't have to do it next week because there's 2 on a page. So what I'll do is I'll pull out the page, and I will go and make a copy of it, and so then they both have it. Same thing with the maps. So I'll pull this out and then just make a copy. So on Monday mornings, I am making 1 copy every other Monday because that's it. And then I have folders. We stick it in their folder and they'll pull it out to color it when they're listening to the audiobook. And then they'll put it in their folder and save it for next week. We have the same thing with our charts with our phonograms for All About Spelling. We have a folder. Now, the other prep that goes into History Quest is that I take the audio files and I move them into my Google Drive. So I will do that for the second half of the book. I'll take my audio file, move it into the Google Drive. As we listen to it, once we're finished, I just delete it. So it keeps track of where I'm at. So that's the prep that I need to do. I need to take out the old files, put the new files into my Google Drive. Now, on some of the Hygge weeks, you need to do a little prep. Well, my husband absolutely loves Greek mythology, and this past one was Greek mythology. So the girls actually at lunchtime for 2 weeks, he read one Greek myth to them basically every day at lunch for 2 weeks. So I think we're good on that. And as you guys know, in the past, when we did the Epic of Gilgamesh, I just Googled, Epic of Gilgamesh for kids. I don't necessarily hunt down all the recommended books and all the things. And if we do a project out of History Quest, I let them choose that week, and then we can source those materials. Or frequently, we have so much craft junk, there's not a lot that we need here. Or we modify. So like they built a ziggurat 1 week, but they did it out of ++. So it's not something that, you don't have to do the thing it specifically says. You can still get to the end goal, even without going through these specific directions that they gave you, right? Like just coming up the other side of the street, basically. So that is good enough for me. Now, all about reading. What I do, usually our last day of the week for this, depending on how many days that it has taken, I will, oh, there's my flag. I will go ahead and the last week, so there's like, we've had this discussion, guys. I do have a video on it right up here, but there's almost always something to cut out. And so what I do to not stress myself out and to not lose things, I don't work too far ahead in that. What I will do on our last day of the week that we are doing all about reading, while my daughter is reading, I will go ahead and take the next week's lessons, and I will go ahead and cut out whatever I need to cut out, and then just safety pin, or not safety pin, not clothespin, what are these? Paper clip, oh, that's the word, paper clip. I will paper clip it to, so like this page gets cut out, for example, but it goes with this page that doesn't. I'll just paper clip it right to that page, all those little pieces. And I only do that for the next week's lesson so that I don't get behind, or they don't get lost or anything like that. So I will take that and just right there. And so that takes me all of about, I don't know, 3 minutes maybe, like 3 minutes, not long. And we will, in kind of preparation for the week, we do go ahead and start reading our story. So we'll read it together, read it together, read it together, read it together, and by the end of the week, she can read it on her own. So that is how we do all about reading. Yeah, that's it. The only thing I have not shown you is my Generation Genius prep. Now, that takes a little bit more time. I will screen record my laptop screen for you guys so that I can show you. But basically what I did, I'm gonna show you the page. Give me 1 second and let me find it because it's in a different spot. It's in my, you guys know, you've seen my planner on different videos. Okay, so, can you see that? Do you see it? Let me close this, here. Let me click a button, there we go. Okay, if you can see that, I don't know if you can see it around the ring light or around my face. Let's see. Boom, boom, boom. So I have science plans for 2021. And then right up here, I knew I needed 16 weeks. So week 16. And then what I do is I just, because we're doing it together as a family, I alternate K through 2, 3 through 5, K through 2, 3 through 5. And what tends to happen on Generation Genius is that it is actually like a spiral method, right? So it's like a little bit of information on one topic, and then you can find the 3 through 5, a little bit more information on the same topic. So it's basically taking a little bit more in-depth approach, and every topic is taking 2 weeks, but it's doing it like in the baby bites and then bigger kid bites. And so we're doing all of those together, and then we will sit there and do the little quiz together. If there's an activity there that we're gonna do, we watch it on Monday, we then worry about getting the materials and sourcing it, because honestly, the experiments are like wicked simple with almost everything you have in your house. And guys, I have a Generation Genius video coming up, but you need to know how amazing it is, because it's amazing. Super easy to use, super wonderful. Now, I did get off of our schedule a little bit. I wrote in some extra here because we had some extreme weather coming our way. And so took that opportunity to change our science plan to talk about extreme weather and things like that that actually happened in real life so that it was applicable. So because of that, I do actually have my first 2 weeks planned out, but what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my page and I'm gonna go go on to Generation Genius and I'm just gonna map out what we're doing because then my kids can come down and I already know what science we're doing that week. That's it. And like I said, I can't change, tweak, do anything. Honestly, with any of my homeschool, flexibility is amazing, but when I already have that plan. And so I'm gonna screen record me putting in my History Quest paper or audio files and go ahead and showing you how I'm making my science plans for the rest of our school year. But that's it, guys, that's it. It is not a lot of prep. It honestly probably took me longer to explain this to you than it's going to take me to do it, which I love. It doesn't have to be hard. It doesn't have to be complicated. You don't need some insane system of like, and granted, again, I intentionally choose things that are easy on myself because that is the life I live. That's what I want to happen. So if you do choose something that's a little bit more in depth, obviously it's gonna take more of you, which is great for you. But I am just showing you what I do, how I prep, how I plan, how it doesn't have to be hard. I, again, take like the shortest path to get anywhere. So that works for me. That's it, guys, really. I know that it sounds crazy, but it really is, that is what I do. That's how I'm gonna do to get ready for this. That's it. And I really do think that investment in that little bit of front end will make it easier on the back side. Something I have done intentionally is History Quest. I went ahead, it was on sale. I bought it, our next level for the next year, and I intentionally got everything in like ebooks so that I can just print it instead of having to copy it because the copy function on my printer is kind of a pain in the hiney. But I think you guys should be so proud of me because last year I know I was like, what? Audiobook? Oh my goodness. But I'm kind of killing it. So that's the direction I went. Are you proud? All right, guys, I hope that you found this helpful, entertaining, or informative. If you did, please scroll down, hit the big red subscribe button, turn on the bell for notifications, give this video a thumbs up, show me some love because, well, it's about to be a new year and Lord knows we all need it. Good job, guys.